One globe, endless stories. Today, the globe has landed on a tiny dot in the Indian Ocean, a place where a sultan lost his palace before most people finished breakfast, where buildings were made from coral, where electric lights once looked like magic, and where one of the biggest rock stars in history was born. Welcome to Zanzibar City. First, let's find it. Here's Africa. Move toward the east coast, and there's Tanzania. Just offshore is the Zanzibar Archipelago, a group of islands. The largest island is Unguja, and on its western coast, we arrive at Zanzibar City and the maze-like streets of Stone Town. Today, we're uncovering 5 completely different stories hidden inside this one small city. And we have to begin with a war that barely had time to become a war. On August 27, 1896, Zanzibar had a problem. Its sultan had died. His cousin, Khalid bin Bargash, entered the palace and declared himself the new sultan. There was one complication. Zanzibar was a British protectorate. Khalid could wear the crown, but Britain expected to approve him, and Britain did not approve. British officials ordered him to leave. He refused. Warships moved into the harbor. A final deadline was delivered. Leave by 9 o'clock in the morning or face the consequences. 9 o'clock arrived. Khalid stayed. Seconds later, the harbor erupted. British ships opened fire. The palace was struck, smoke covered the waterfront, and parts began collapsing. By 9:45, it was over. Guinness World Records recognizes it as the shortest war on record, just 45 minutes. Imagine becoming sultan in the morning and losing your palace before lunch. But short does not mean harmless. People were killed, many others were injured, and Britain installed a sultan it approved of. Now, walk away from the harbor and the city completely changes. Stone Town feels like a maze built over hundreds of years. Its narrow streets squeeze between tall houses, tiny shops, hidden courtyards, and carved wooden doors. Many traditional buildings were made using coral ragstone, mangrove timber, lime, and plaster. That means parts of the city were built using material formed beneath the sea. African, Arab, Indian, and European influences mixed here over centuries, giving Stone Town an architectural style found almost nowhere else. Even the doors became works of art, covered in detailed carvings and heavy brass studs. But one building was designed to make everything around it look old-fashioned. The House of Wonders was built as a ceremonial palace for Sultan Bargash. It became famous for electric lighting, running water, and later, a lift. Zanzibar's museum describes it as the first building in sub-Saharan Africa to have electricity. Imagine a city lit by oil lamps. Then one enormous palace begins glowing beside the ocean. It probably looked less like a house and more like someone had discovered the future. Then comes the city's most unexpected connection. In 1946, a boy named Farooq Bulsara was born in Zanzibar. He later moved to England, changed his name, and became Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen. A museum dedicated to Freddie now stands in Stone Town, close to its harbor and coral buildings. One tiny island connected to one of the biggest voices in rock history. But Stone Town also protects memories that are much harder to face. During the 19th century, Zanzibar was a major center of the East African slave trade. Men, women, and children were brought through the city and sold at its slave market. After the market closed in 1873, Christ Church Anglican Cathedral was built there, transforming a place of suffering into one of remembrance. Today, the cathedral and its memorial preserve this history. Because discovering a place means understanding more than its beautiful buildings and famous people. It also means remembering the people whose stories were nearly erased. A 45-minute war, a city built from coral, a palace that glowed with electricity, the birthplace of Freddie Mercury, and a former slave market transformed into a place of memory. 5 completely different stories hidden inside one small city. This is Zanzibar City, and somewhere else on the globe, another story is waiting. Where should Globe Roulette land next? One globe, endless stories.